Feminism and Indian politics, and you already mentioned about lack of women in Indian politics, but looking at it from a political perspective, from a policy perspective, do you think in the last 60 years, what has been the major effect it has done to politics, or the way politics has helped shape the movement?
See, I don't know whether it's a result of feminism or not, or whether our leadership, across party lines, Rajiv Gandhi with Panchayati Raj and various state governments later on have ensured that there is aggressive reservations for women at the Panchayati Raj level. Now that is an example of taking a feminist agenda and translating it into actual policy. And it's not just agenda, it's also about other kinds of power relations related to caste and class. And the Panchayati Raj system, the effort at social re-engineering, starting at the village level, it is just amazing what it is doing to break the traditional barriers, traditional hierarchies, and to create spaces for women to emerge and shine. It has not been a perfect unalloyed success, but I can assure you that when a Dalit woman becomes a sarpanch of a village where there are traditional hierarchies and power structures, she shatters all those hierarchies and power structures, and if not today, tomorrow, you will see an equalization in people's minds and hearts, along with in actual tangible political settings. So I think whether it's the Congress party, whether it's other political parties, the entire political establishment, we are oriented towards ensuring that these feminist ideals of equality and equal opportunity are translated into concrete policy developments such as access to participation in the political system. There have been other measures, for example, the Women's Bank, which may or may not work, we don't know. But the idea is that you try and create spaces, you try and pay attention, gender budgeting was also discussed over the years. So there are numerous things that we need to keep exploring, numerous boundaries that we need to keep stretching to understand how to come up with measures that ensure that equality opportunity really translates. And that also means coming up with policies that pay attention to the ground realities of women's lives. It could be toilets in schools, it could be difficulties of going from village to village after puberty, trying to combat societal pressures on personal choices with regard to marriage, with regard to education, with regard to work. There are so many agendas that are still unfinished. We have a long way to go, and I can assure you that I for one am very much on board, and it's going to be a struggle, but it's going to be a struggle where hopefully as India urbanizes, as new generations emerge, much more cosmopolitan and open to ideas from everywhere, that we will look at the world in a more modern manner, and that modernity, one essential aspect of that modernity is equality of not just of opportunity but of choice, the freedom to make choices about one's own future, right? And that, I think, is what we have a long way to go, but we'll get there.